This episode was brought to you by Baron Fortesque, experimenter in time and space extraordinaire. Hello again, this is Tilla, and welcome back to Let's Play The Chaos Engine. This is level 444, Time for Chaos, and the last level, if you haven't realised by now. And, well, saying this level, it is, yes, probably the hardest level in the game. Although, by now, it does have a certain ease of use by that you no longer have to save up any special power uses, at least for what you'll see why, or care that you have lost a life. Even though my scientist right now is on low health. Yeah, you start off with a homing missile launcher right in your face, which is a certain significant problem. But then, when worse comes to worse, you get swarmed by far too many minibots. More minibots than you've actually seen so far, except possibly in the last level if you turn that crank around all at once or something. That's probably the only way you could have probably seen that many of the damn mini-bots so far. It's probably the most amount of tiny things that you've ever seen so far as well. And yes, I'm not going to be carrying death to this level because it's pointless, a pointless endeavour which really, you know, I could can them, but I don't want to. You'll see why. Again, this is the last level, so much point really. It's not going to carry over at all. Anyway, yeah, you can't get to the Chaos Engine because it's ahead of you. But there's a force field in the way, and there's more tank bots and tank bot spawns, which always is a nasty problem. And yes, more spawning in. But yes, now each force field, well, yeah, there's a force field basically of strength of 4 around the Chaos Engine right now. Getting to it involves breaking down these things. And yeah, that's a new enemy for this level only. They are, I don't know what you call them. I call them will-o-wisps, yeah, call them something like that, or energy balls. Basically, they are generated by the shield generators. And, you know, the first shield generator is not that hard to take down. The first two, if you do it the right way around, aren't too hard. But these ones here are very hard because you cannot damage it from the side. You have to do this. You have to stand right in front of it, and yet you die like that. First death you've seen so far, of me at least. Congrats, that's an achievement for you. But yes, taking those out is pretty hard. You have to be fast moving and fight your way through and judge your time right and fight your way through the damn will-o-wisps without suddenly dying. And yes, there's still far too many tank bots around for this side as well. Still, the tank bots, actually, yeah, the tank bots are still fucking nasty. And the spawners are still there. So yeah, do this again, and yeah, they don't all go away. Some of them do, but no, some of them don't. It's confusing as to why, and that's why I died earlier, because they didn't all go away. And we're actually, this is going pretty fast for the moment. We're going, yeah, we're almost to the last of the shield generators. I'm taking out accidentally, that's a very hard bit to pull off there, taking out that tank spawner, whilst fighting off tank bots and will-o-wisps. Because they're in view, is a pretty hard endeavour. And if you're in that corner, so you got to keep retreating and things. Now, yes, here's another point. Take that out, and yeah, I play running around for a while. Again, some of those stuff spawns in various places depending on where you go after you've broken down a generator. Finding them out is not really a point. I mean, I'm not going to show them all if they are there. But yeah, I think I'm going to, decide, you know, the shield's gone now. See, the shield is gone. Now, I was going to walk around that's the Chaos Engine, that's the Chaos Engine there, obviously. I walked past the teleporter, but I couldn't. I usually can. I was going to show you the front, but no. Anyway, here's the final battle. The end of it all. The Chaos Engine. As you can see, it's, at least for the moment, attacked by a variety of things. Unfortunately, my special powers keep getting messed up. As you can see a map of it here that I've graciously provided you. Unfortunately, special power choices get messed up every time your psychic dies, unfortunately. Now, yeah, the point of the thing, that the big place in using the attract monster, is that it attracts the missiles. It doesn't attract the rest of it. The rest of it is not as well targeted, the shotgun mass. And look, have I destroyed it? Have I destroyed it? Have I destroyed it? Nope. Second round, this time it's harder. Much harder, and I died then, oh well. And this time, there's more rockets, there's more of everything, there's lasers, and who's that face is in there? Is that... is that Baron Fortesque? Well, yes it is, actually. Big reveal here, and yes, the scientist died again, so I ended up accidentally pulling out the map again. Luckily, I don't actually need that many. But, you know, for someone who wants to be safe, more rather than sorry, pulling off as many as possible, getting as many, yeah, and here we go. It's a hell of a thing to do without that special power. Doing it with other guys is difficult. Now I'm going to, for the one cutscene, be quiet.
I have guided you here so that you might set me free. The chaos has ended. You will be remembered.
I didn't like the sound of that. Are you saying something for me? Anyway, yeah. That was the last words, I think, of Baron Fortesque. Although the sequel, as some might call it, makes references otherwise. Still, yeah, there's the credits. I'm going to talk through it because might as well. I can make it as in the music in peace, but no. Fuck that. So yeah, that final boss battle was quite hard actually. It may look relatively easy there, but that's because I was burning through track monsters, or just track monsters, I forget the name of them now, like they were nothing. So the credits aren't that long either. So yeah, burning through track monsters is the way to draw that many missiles and lets you run up, and especially ones that fast. Not tough, but that fast. I could just pretty much go through the whole thing. Other guys it's a bit more difficult for actually. I mean, if you don't have a sidekick with a track monster, which is why I was saving, I had to get it from the start, then it may get a bit harder. At least the Navian Thug can by then like just stand still and blast it, occasionally moving around to avoid a full volley or something. The Brigand and Mercenary are probably a bit less lucky, but I think one of them gets a track monster anyway. Forget which one though. Also, the destructive special powers can also be employed to deal damage, and you should probably save up for them if you're going with those by their last 2 levels, because that way you'll just be able to throw the ton of them at it and get free shots in without actually having to aim properly. Well, for long, at least. And yeah, there's a password. I believe that is the password for the last world. I'll look into it, I guess, but it's not very long. But anyway. Yeah, that was Let's Play the Chaos Engine in its entirety. I'm probably going to do after this some bonus content. You know, well, next update will probably be a show through of the available on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive as somewhat of the use of, well, yeah, the Chaos Engine 2, at least that model of it. It's not very complete. It's like 1 level. It's a multiplayer game, so there's no. So I'm wondering if I should pull in someone if I can, or I might as well just show you how you do it on your own. It's self-explanatory once there's 2 players, right? I suppose it isn't that bad. You know, I mean, as a multiplayer game, but there's only 1 level, and there's limited choice and things. And you'll see what I'm talking about soon. Well, next time. And after that, yeah, I guess I might try that suggestion of showing you at least you know, a bit around of each of the separate characters as a separate update, probably. You know, give you a little whiz round of the mercenary, thug, Navi, scientist on his own. Well, playing as a scientist at least, etc., etc. But yes, I don't think there's much else to say here at the moment. This was another. That was Let's Play the Chaos Engine, and that was the last level. Time for Chaos. That was the game of it, and I'm just repeating myself now. Anyway, good night.